Yo, Gem fam, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Dropping Gems FX. You already know my main goal is to lace you guys up with advice and tips on how to take your Forex trading journey to the next level and to bring you guys along my trading journey as well. Now in today's video, I'm going to answer the question myself from my perspective that I asked you guys last week. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll let you guys know, right? So I asked you guys two questions. The first one was, do you feel like you have changed your life in order to trade? And the second one was, do you feel like trading has made you antisocial? So before I go ahead and get into my personal experience, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of share with you guys the comments that you guys have made as per the questions, because I really relate to them and I just want to share with you guys. So shout out to these two subscribers for commenting down below. I'm going to read what they said in the comment section now, okay? So the first comment for last week's video was by Raymond Carella. I'm sorry if I didn't get that right, but I'll just put you up here, shout you guys out. And he said, in my case, in order for me to focus more on trading, I had to move across the country to get away from all the distractions. I've made my trading a priority, and I feel like I made the right choice in moving to a city where Forex trading is known by a lot of people. That leads me to the second question. I feel like trading only separates you from those who are not in the same path as you. And we know the possibilities that will come with trading. There are people who cannot see things like that for themselves versus us, the people who trade, have endless desire to succeed in life. Trading does not make you antisocial. It just makes you focus on what matters, then gets you in touch with the like-minded individuals. Elevation requires separation.
My nigga.
Dude, I have nothing negative to say about this. You know what I'm saying? I love this answer completely. I do think moving across the country was maybe the most extreme thing I've heard of in terms of traders who want to focus and, get away from distractions. But if it worked for him, great. I then went on to ask him, where did you relocate to? And he said Miami, Florida. And I understand there's a lot of Forex traders out there, big Forex traders that you guys may know on YouTube in Miami. So good for him if he's in that environment. You know the saying where you're the average of the 4 people you hang around with, or the 5 people, whatever the case may be. He wants to put himself in a position to win. He wants to put himself and surround himself with individuals who also either want to succeed in life by achieving financial freedom, or trades and wants to succeed in trade. And so by him being in that, group setting, they can push each other more and more and more. So I 100% totally agree with this answer. And sometimes you need to do that. You need to separate from those who kind of pull you down and not necessarily keep you focused, keep you motivated, and support you. You know what I'm saying? So very dope. That was Raymond. All right, so I'm going to go up to the second comment down here, Wayne Jr. He says, well, to be honest, for me, I made some small changes, and for antisocial, well, I was mainly alone most times, so that's natural for me. So he didn't really go into depth in terms of the changes. So I asked him, right, what kind of small changes? He then went on to say, he learned to manage time more and trying to keep calm in any situation because he thinks he can become very emotional at times. Okay, so that's definitely good. Forex trading definitely is a grind, and so you need to manage your regular life in terms of like what you want to do with your time so that you have enough time to trade as well and just balance the two out. It also, I'm not understanding how it keeps him calm in any situation. Basically because trading is very emotional. You need to get to that elite level where your emotions no longer come into play, and that's very, very hard. That's very, very hard. Coming from somebody who still gets, emotional within the markets and emotional within the trades. But I definitely have gotten a lot better before, a lot better since I first started trading. Okay, so that's their two responses. I appreciate you guys, if you're watching this, for commenting your experience and sharing that with me. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about my personal changes to my life that has happened since I've been trading for over 2 years now, right? So the first one I can definitely recall is having a set routine, right? So we all know that, the markets are open a certain time of day and volume comes in, a certain time of day, which also needs to link up with your actual real life schedule in order for you to trade if you're not a full-time trader. And that's pretty hard, right? So in order for me to even trade, right? In order for me to even make these videos, right? I have to have a certain routine, right? And if I didn't have that routine, things would kind of be sporadic and not be as successful as I would want it to be, right? So in terms of routine, I record on a certain day for YouTube. I edit on a certain day, right? I'm up a certain amount of times to trade London session, right? And then I'm up a certain amount of times to trade New York session. I have to fit in fitness and health in there, right? Going to the gym. And then obviously devoting time to my loved ones and my family, running errands, and just decompressing, right? So there's literally a time slot for almost everything I do in my everyday life. And although that may seem kind of robotic to people on the outside, kind of boring, it actually keeps a lot of structure within my life. And it allows me to compartmentalize and focus on one task at a time, and not be worried about X, Y, and Z coming up and, be stressed out. So I believe that is one of the biggest changes that has benefited me, from trading Forex, okay? If I were to give you a benefit and a negative, I would want to say the stress itself is the negative for trading Forex, right? And that stress has also come into my life. And anything, you guys have probably heard this, anything that is worth having is not easy, right? But this industry is like 10 times harder than anything else out there. Just because there's no rules that the market plays by, right? It's really kind of, you preparing yourself for the best possible chance, and hopefully it's aligned with what the market's doing. But when that's not the case, it brings a lot of stress, I'm sure you guys can relate to this. When I'm having a bad week or I'm not winning trades, it gets you down, right? It gets you down. You start feeling, like you're not confident in your craft. You're not confident in your skills. And that's really difficult to overcome. Not only does stress come in when you're not really performing, right? For me, stress comes just because of the schedule, right? So although, like I say, the schedule allows me to compartmentalize and look at the very next pressing task that I need to do and complete that before looking at the very end of the long list that I have to do. It does bring stress when things are not aligned. And what I mean by that is if I have a huge work day ahead of me, and it just kind of aligned with the schedule of waking up for London session earlier in the week, it can cause stress. Number one, because I don't want to, or I just can't afford to slack at work when, I'm not a full-time trader, right? I'm not going to do that. I worked 4 years to get my degree, to get to where I am, to work for the company that I work for, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. So I can't put this on a lower scale in terms of priority. Although I love trading and I'm passionate about trading and I want it to one day be my full-time career. So it's a kind of balance that does get stressful sometimes, and that's how it affects my life, right? So that's definitely a negative, but I'm learning to take the weekends, enjoy them with friends, family, loved ones, and just step away from the markets and step away from everything, right? And decompress, which is so necessary, so needed. And then come back Sunday or Monday and get ready to, dominate the week once again, okay? So the second question I asked you guys, right? Let me talk about that, being antisocial, right? I believe that the obsession with, mastering this skill set and mastering the markets has made me antisocial at one point or another, right? I can definitely go into a hole and, grind out for weeks on end and not really, socialize like that. Number one, because I am mixy, and I've done that. I lived those college years, and I've partied, and I've had fun, and I've done all that stuff. And so I'm older now, and it's more of a, I need to do this, right? I need to do this. I need to sit down. Time to put the fun to the side. It's time to get, to the grind, right? So I'm sure everybody can relate to that. But also, it's just pure, desire. I have more desire to be here on the charts, honing in on my skill, making sure I'm in tip-top shape to dominate the markets, rather than, go out during the weekdays and have fun and party during the weekdays. It's just not what I do. I prefer to be here working. So definitely in the beginning stages of me, starting this journey, I was, 24/7 on the charts, because I was also trading cryptocurrency, which was very, very stupid because I didn't even have a grasp on Forex, let alone cryptocurrency. And I was trading all week for months, all week just trading, sitting on the charts. And that's that obsession that kind of led to a passion, honestly. But it's definitely not healthy, and I got burnt out super fast. I would say like 7 months into me trading around the winter, I was super burnt out because I was just nonstop trading and also nonstop taking losses, right? So it was super unhealthy. As for the present, I definitely, like I said, take those days over the weekend to get back in touch with friends, loved ones, and family, and just step away from the markets throughout the day after New York session, throughout the weekdays. So that's just my story, and I just wanted to share it with you guys just because this is something that's just not talked about on YouTube. The negative effects or the changes in life, right, that happen because of trading, right? Everybody understands or starts this journey because they understand that trading can change your life, right? Not everybody talks about how you change your life in order to trade, okay? And it's not for negatives, right? There's a bunch of positives that Wayne and Raymond and I even stated, that kind of brought positive benefits into their life: routine, discipline, structure. So that's definitely a good thing, but there also are negatives. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this kind of TED Talk. Welcome to my TED Talk. And I look forward to being a little bit more candid with you guys in future videos, asking you guys questions, talking about topics that are, I guess, taboo or just not talked about on YouTube at all. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you subscribe. I hope you like the video. I hope you comment down below if you need to. And I'll catch you in the next video. Deuce.